Okay, you're back with us sa Republica. We're talking to Ferdy Pasion, the chairman of NATFIL. Ferdy, you talked about the possible grounds for the president's impeachment, no? But you know, some people might think we're putting things too way ahead, no? Because they're saying, oh, this is just a political document, you know. So he may or may not have committed this so-called alleged crimes, no? But and can that form the basis for any impeachment?
This may just be a quote-unquote political document, but this is the start of something that will destroy the republic. Another thing is that why did he allow the signing when the appendices are not yet in existence?
They're absent, in short.
The framework agreement speaks of Appendix A, Appendix B, but when you look at Appendix A, there is nothing in there.
Okay.
In fact, they are now in Spain. Why is it that they are in Spain? They are trying to copy a state called Navarra in Spain. But first of all, we must think that Spain has a different constitution than we have. Spain is a monarchy. They have a parliament.
Correct.
We have a republic, and we are under a presidential system.
Correct.
And why is it that the MILF and the Malaysians are insisting that the head be called the chief minister?
Correct.
Or something like that? It connotes that there are two presidents, there are two chief executives in this country. The Constitution speaks only of one chief executive. And why chief minister? We all know that Malaysia is a federation. It is a federal republic. Each state is headed by a chief minister.
Correct.
Will this now pave the way for later on for the Bangsamoro with its chief minister to swear their allegiance to the Federation of Malaysia and join the Federation of Malaysia?
To break away from the Philippines and as a federation join Malaysia?
Yes.
And what do you think Malaysia will do?
Well, it will send...
will Malaysia right away recognize this new federation?
Of course, gladly they will do that. In fact, I think it's part of their plan all along.
Okay.
And I sure hope that these people in our NISA, in our NICA, please wake up. I have so much respect for our Secretary of National Defense and our Armed Forces Chief of Staff and even our President, our Commander-in-Chief. I hope that patriotism will open their minds, that they will no longer think of this moment, but way ahead in the future. We are talking of our country, the very existence of our country. We do not want our country to become like Yugoslavia. You look at Yugoslavia now. They have Bosnia-Herzegovina. They have even the two states that remained separated. Montenegro is now an independent republic. They have Fyrom, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. They have Kosovo, and what have you. Do we want this to happen to our country?
What do you say to people who, you know, especially you have a lot of these religious peace advocates who are saying, oh, if you are against the framework, you are anti-peace. You are not for peace. You are against peace. You are against the resolution of a 40-year war, 40-plus years of war, if you are against this framework.
How can there be peace with this framework when, first of all, a sizable portion of the Muslim Filipino population is not being invited to the peace table? Like the group of MNLF. The composition of the Transitory Commission is composed of 8 MILF representatives and 7 government representatives. From the 7 government representatives, one of whom shall come from the MNLF. So in short, there will be only 6 government representatives. And there are many Muslim Filipino groups in Mindanao, not just MNLF, not just MILF. If we want peace, we must talk to all Muslim groups, and we must make sure that this thing is constitutional.
By the way, Ferdy, do you know that under our constitution, in the creation of the autonomous regions, there has to be a multi-sectoral advisory group.
That's right.
And this multi-sectoral advisory group cannot come from only one organization.
That's right.
That's under Article 10.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the question is the Bangsamoro actually, in simple terms, just MILF Incorporated?
Of course not.
In short, is Bangsamoro just the product of an MILF corporation?
In the first place, the term Bangsamoro was not even invented by the MILF. It was invented by the MNLF, by Chairman Noor himself. The term Bangsamoro was invented by Chairman Noor, not the MILF.
And the MNLF, am I correct to say that is the one recognized by the OIC as the
Yes.
representative of the Filipino Muslims?
Yes, and in fact, it is the MNLF that is recognized by the Republic of the Philippines. The Republic of the Philippines entered into an agreement with the MNLF in Tripoli in 1976. And here in the Philippines, with the final agreement under President Ramos. And the Philippines cannot just throw away that document. That is binding, as Chairman Noor said in one interview, because this can be viewed as an international treaty. International treaties to which the Philippines have ratified form part of the law of the land. It is written in our Constitution.
In many other agreements, aside from the 1976 Tripoli Agreement, the OIC has also accepted certain things, that the welfare of the Filipino Muslims is a domestic and an internal affair.
Yes.
That's also accepted among the OIC.
Yes.
Number two, that whatever reforms that should be introduced should be within the framework of the Philippine Constitution.
Yes. And President Marcos was very consistent in saying that this is not a religious problem.
Correct.
This is not an ethnic problem. This is an economic problem. Why is it not an ethnic problem? I'm willing to have a portion of my blood examined, and the blood of Chairman Noor, and the blood of the Sultan of Sulu, and the blood of those in Sabah. We just have one DNA. We are all Filipinos. We belong to the same race.
Okay.
So this is not an ethnic question.
Question, who has real title? We're talking here, center to all this, I think, if we're saying that Malaysia is actually responsible, is culpable for perhaps what I call a ricochet rebellion. I call this a ricochet rebellion because the originator was originally the Philippines in trying to retake Sabah, no? So this is a ricochet rebellion.
Yes, yes.
After the expose in the Senate, no?
Exactly.
Okay? So, if Sabah is the real issue here, is any senator, any president willing to say, okay, to finally have peace, let's just give up Sabah? As one senator once said, anyway, the Panatag Shoal, the common Filipino does not understand what it is willing to give it up. So, what do you think?
Well, I think senators like that should be booted out of the government. And anyway, there is a decision dated December 19, 1939, by no less than a British court in North Borneo. The High Court of North Borneo, at the time, Borneo was under British sovereignty. It is the British themselves, through the High Court of North Borneo, which stated that the successor in sovereignty of the Sultan is no other than the government of the Republic of the Philippines. And so if the British themselves recognize that it is the Philippines that has sovereignty over Borneo, over Sabah, then they fully know that they do not have any right to pass it on to Malaysia. And Malaysia has no right whatsoever to stay there. And
So with that being said, we're talking about the Sultanate of Sulu passing on this real estate to the Philippine government. So our responsibility is to protect the interest of the Sultanate of Sulu.
yes.
And by protecting the interest of the Sultanate of Sulu, we're actually delivering a message to the entire Filipino Muslims.
Yes.
Isn't that correct?
Yes.
If we are able to pursue the claim of the Sultanate of Sulu, we're actually saying that we are supporting the welfare of all Filipino Muslims.
That's right, because when the income from Sabah...
And this has title, no?
Yes.
These people have title.
Yes.
And the MILF, do they have title?
The MILF,
To these territories that they're claiming?
they do not have any title. They do not even have... I question their mandate. They have not been elected by the people.
So what is their special power of attorney?
I don't know from what mandate do they have.
But would it be fair to say that their mandate is Mr. M16, Mr. Armalite, and Madam RPG,
Yes, and these are all made in
rocket propelled grenade,
These are all made in Britain and USA, by the way.
or given by Malaysia.
I've seen a lot of insurgencies in different parts of the world. They are using AK-47. But these people, they are, you look at their guns. It's made in Belgium, made in NATO countries, made in Britain, made in USA. Some of them are made in Malaysia. The Malaysians taught them how to make RPGs. They are now manufacturing RPGs in Mindanao. And it's very sad that these things are happening to our country. And all Filipinos that have a sense of history, that still believe that this country can be great again, are very sad in what is happening now. Because, there are two things that can happen. This can be a success, or this can be a failure. Now, if it is a failure, I'm sure it will lead to bloodshed. I'm sure it will lead to bloodshed. Because the MILF will now say that there's no other recourse but to pursue our aims with the force of arms. I hope that this will not happen, but it's already happening. Muslims, Filipino Muslims against fellow Filipino Muslims.
Ito, no? Tatagalogin ko ito, Ferdy, no? Kung yari ikaw isang Filipino Muslim, hindi ka masaya sa nangyayari sa bansa mo dahil ikaw ay Filipino Muslim. Okay? Mag-aalsa ka ba kontra sa sarili mong mga kababayan, kontra sa sarili mong bansa? Kung tapos, ang magbibigay pa sa'yo ng pondo at magbibigay sa'yo ng armas, sanay, kalinga, ay mismong isang bansa, isang dayuhan, na nagkamkam ng mas malaking lupa na dapat ay pinanghahawakan ng tinatawag nating mga Filipino Muslim o ng binabansagan nilang Bangsamoro. So kung ikaw ay may integridad, ay may paninindigan, sino ba dapat ang kakalabanin mo? Yung sarili mong bansa? Sarili mong mga kababayan? O yung dayuhan na nagbibigay sa iyo ng baril para kalabanin ng sarili mong kababayan? O yung dayuhan na kumamkam ng mas malaking lupain na dapat ay para sa iyo? Tatagalogin ko yun para maintindihan ng publiko.
Yan ang problema pagka hindi gagap ang kanyang identity.
Okay.
Ano
ba paniwala niya sarili siya? Malaysian siya.
Yun na nga hindi.
Kaya kinakalaban niya ang Pilipino, ganun ba?
Kulang sa pag-aaral ng history, kulang sa paggagap ng kanyang identity bilang Filipino Muslim. Dapat unawain niya na bago nagkaroon ng ganito, ang Bangsamoro, ang pinaka-leader ay yung Sultan of Sulu.
Correct.
Ninakaw ng Malaysia.
Oo.
Kasama ang isang puti,
Oo.
Britain, puti,
Oo. Yes.
na kalaban ng Islam.
Oo.
Etong Sabah.
Oo.
At dapat ang tulungan ng MILF, katulad ng ginagawa ni Chairman Nur, ang tinutulungan niya yung Sultan of Sulu, dapat ang tulungan ng MILF yung Sultan of Sulu and the Republic of the Philippines para mabawi yung Sabah, para maiahon sa hirap ang mga naghihirap nating mga kababayan sa buong Pilipinas. Hindi, dahil meron naman mga kapatid tayong Muslim sa Tugigaraw nga, sa Lawag, sa Maynila. Buong Pilipinas, paunlarin natin.
Ito, no, Ferdy, no? Theoretical na lang ito, Theoretical na lang ito. What if? Kasi dati si Brother Nur, kinalaban din tayo, no? Siyempre, tinulungan din siya sa simula, initially, ng Malaysia.
Oo.
Ngayon, nagising siya. Nagising siya. Sa pagkagising niya, sa pagkamulat niya, naisip niya na ang tunay na kalaban pala dito, hindi ang Manila.
Yes.
Hindi ang pamahalaang Pilipino. Hindi ang kapwa Pilipino-Kristiyano.
Oo.
Sila ang ating dapat yakapin. Ang kalaban pala dito, ang nagpapalaban sa atin, nagpapasabong pala sa atin dito, ay ang dayuhan.
Kaya nga
Kaya dapat, ang kalaban dito ay yung Malaysia dahil dapat bawiin natin yung ating sarili, no?
yung Sabah.
So, dito makikita natin, bumaliktad yung nag-about face. Nangumpisal si Brother Nur at parang sinabi, hindi ang Pilipino ang kalaban dito,
Yes.
etong Malaysia ang kalaban. Ngayon, theoretically, what if, biglang nangumpisal ngayon yung MILF at nagyakapan, na? I'm just
Aba,
dreaming, of course.
aba,
I'm just
naku.
dreaming, no? What if in the realm of the impossibility, the probable happens? Nur Miswari will tell now Hashim Salamat and say, okay, I will sit down with you in the OIC, but the Sabah issue should be form part of the agenda
Yes,
of the discussions.
yeah,
The return of Sabah should be the important
Tama. Dapat
in the
yan.
agenda. Ano gagawin ng MILF? Tatanggapin nila o atras sila?
Well, depende.
Tingin ko, atras sila, no?
Oo, kasi ang problema dito parati yung...
Eh di mabibisto sila.
sana naman they rise beyond
Okay.
their present situation and become patriots and mag-unite na tayo kasi sobrang ang tagal ng
Okay.
pag-squat ng Malaysia dyan eh.
Ngayon, for example, no? Ito lang naman, nangangarap lang tayo din. Masarap mangarap dahil masyadong magulo na bansa natin. It so happens, nagyakapan si Miswari at Hashim Salamat. Biglang sabihin na yun ng Hashim Salamat, okay, payag ako. Naniniwala ako, ang tunay na kalaban dito, yung Malaysia. At gusto ko rin ibalik ang Sabah. Magyakapan tayo. Tapos sabihin natin kay Presidente Aquino, President Aquino, we want the return of Sabah part of your agenda. Sa palagay mo, mananahimik si Presidente Aquino o hindi na sila papansinin? Sige. Ano tingin mo? Sige. Ano lang ito, puro speculative ito. Pero sa tingin nyo, papaboran ni Noynoy Aquino si Hashim Salamat at Nur Miswari o papaboran niya ang Malaysia at sasabihin, wag na natin pag-usapan yan dahil maganda na relasyon natin sa Malaysia?
To be candid about it, andyan kasi ang American influence, nandiyan ang British influence. So I think the president, being very friendly to the United States and Britain, might be inclined to, well, with all due respect, to side with the Malaysians on this matter.
So even the MILF will be marginalized. I mean,
I think they
theoretically, we're just in the realm of speculation. Sabihin ng administrasyon, nagkakaisa pala kayong dalawa, di wag na kayong makialam dito.
baka maghanap na naman sila ng another Muslim group.
Baka ang lapitan nila yung
BIFF.
BIFF
Brakato.
Si Brakato na naman nakakausapin nila. At yun naman because ang kwento sa akin, when Prime Minister Najib was in Malacanang, sabi daw nila na ang saging daw na namulaklak na at nagkaroon na ng prutas, siguro pinapatungkol niya si Nur Miswari, pag nagkaroon na raw ng prutas ay dapat putulin na. Kaya that's the reason why ang Malaysians ay sumusuporta na sa MILF at hindi na si MILF.
Palagay ko kaya nila nilaglag si Miswari dahil pumayag nga si Miswari na wag tawaging Bangsamoro under the Tripoli Agreement and under the Final Agreement of 1996. At pumayag na si Nur Miswari, nagpasailalim na siya sa ating konstitusyon. Naging governor pa nga siya ng ARM.
Kaya ayaw ng Malaysia.
Kaya ayaw na ng Malaysia sa kanya.
Okay.
Ang gusto ng Malaysia, perpetual war, at magpatayan kayo dyan mga Pilipino sa kapwa Pilipino para itong Sabah makalimutan at higupin namin ang higupin yung lapis
Tama,
dito.
tama.
Pagka naubos na yung kayamanan nito, then you can have it. In the meantime, paalisin namin yung mga native-born Sabah dito at with all due respect to our fellow Chinese, karamihan ng Malaysians, Chinese eh. Karamihan nandun sa Sabah ngayon ay mga Chinese Malaysians. Sila nagpapayaman doon. Yung mga native na Sabahans ay sabi, mga Filipino citizens kayo, lumayas kayo. Nandun ngayon sa Zamboanga, nagsisiksikan.
Okay. Ferdy, final word, the last minute. I give it to you. Anong gusto mong sabihin?
Well, ako nananawagan, sana lahat tayo bilang mga Pilipino, kalimutan natin yung ating pansariling kapakanan. Magkaroon naman tayo ng patriotismo at magbasa-basa naman tayo ng history at yung mga sacrifices ng ating Filipino soldiers ay wag naman nating kakalimutan. At hindi lang soldiers, kasi ang daming pinatay ng mga civilians. Nung Corona Court, sabi ng Corona Court, unconstitutional yung MOA AD, which is the exact copy of this framework agreement. Unconstitutional yan. Anong ginawa nila? Kayo, kunwari, MILF breakaway kayo, patayin ninyo lahat ng mga civilian dyan, sunugin yung mga...
Tama.
Hindi ho namin kasama yan, mga breakaway po yan.
Tapos ayaw nila habulin.
Tapos ayaw habulin. Pagkatapos yung Republic of the Philippines ngayon, nagpapasalamat pa kay Commander Bravo at sinusuportahan yung framework agreement. Ang daming pinugutan ng ulo ni Commander Bravo. Ang daming sinunog na bahay. Ito ba mga, sabi nga ni Nur Miswari, may mga krimen nga naman naganap na dapat naman managot yung mga gumawa nito. Dahil kung ako'y mahulihan ng illegal firearm, ako'y aarestuhin
Hulihin.
kaagad. Samantalang masunurin ako sa batas. Pagkatapos itong mga ito, nakabalandra doon yung hindi naman inaaresto.
Okay.
Anong klaseng republika ito? Ito ba ipapamana natin sa ating mga susunod na henerasyon?
Okay.
Yung maiiwan sa atin, Luzon na lang at saka Visayas, wala na yung Mindanao at saka yung Palawan.
Okay, well, kaya nga po inimbitahan natin to si Ferdy kasi he's very passionate. Tama-tama apelyido niya, Ferdy Passion. Thank you very much, Ferdy.
Thank you, thank
Dito,
you.
this won't be the last time.
If-
We'll have you again.
If I am the president, I will make you the head of the CIA of the Philippines.
Huwag naman, huwag naman. Marami pong salamat at tulad po na dati, ito po si Eric Espina, palagi pong nagsasabi sa inyo, magmasid, makialam. Higit sa lahat po ay marindigan dahil wala pong magmamahal sa Pilipino kung hindi ang Pilipino. Daghang salamat, maayong gabi, kaninyong tanan.